watch live on YouTube. First down and 10, Haywood High. This time they give to Evans. Evans has got a really nice gain on first down, and he gets across the 45 to about the Haywood 47. That's a pickup of about 6 there on first down, Coach.
Nice, tough run by the Haywood running back. And he's a sophomore, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct indeed, Coach.
Young man's got a bright future. He runs hard.
So now it'll be 2nd and 4 as Haywood trails 21-7 with 8:20 and counting remaining here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Hines, I beg your pardon, it fakes it to Evans. He keeps it right up the gut. He's got a first down inside MUS territory. Gets across the 45 to about the MUS 40. Nice little fake and run up the gut, Coach, there by Hines, the quarterback.
And the young man at quarterback did a nice job. It was hard to find the ball. He did a very nice job of fake to the running back. And the running back did a good job of covering over. And nice execution by the quarterback keep.
First down and 10 for the Tomcats. They trail the Owls 21-7 with 7:48 remaining here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Hines going to keep it on a little quarterback power. He's got a lot of room. He's crossed the 30. He's got one man to beat. It's Maurice Hampton. Hampton's going to shove him out of bounds as Hines was reaching for the goal line. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, perhaps even the 2. Great play by Hampton to prevent the touchdown, but also...
Yeah, we got a flag back here, and it's going to be pulled back. This will be a penalty against Haywood.
So that is a crushing penalty as a 38-yard run by DeAndreas Hines was completely negated
by a holding call.
And that holding call is back at the 43. So that's going to back the Tomcats, Coach, back inside their own territory.
Yeah, that's a loss because of the spot of the foul. That's going to come back about 14 or 15 yards as the penalty.
So they'll move the ball back to the Haywood 44. The line to gain is the MUS 30. So it'll be first down and about 24, Coach.
That's a big penalty. That is a big penalty. Nice execution again by the quarterback, and that was just a quarterback keep. They kind of overloaded the left defensive side, and that was good execution by Haywood.
So the 1st and 22 play is a run to Evans. Evans tries the right side, cuts it back across the formation. He gets across the 50, out across the MUS 45, all the way down to the MUS 44. Coach, that's a gain of about 10 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what I'm sure the coaches from Haywood County were hoping to accomplish on that first down play. Didn't want to try to get all of it, but they wanted to try to get as close to half of it as they possibly could.
So it'll be second down and about 13 officially. It's a long 3, short 4 for the Tomcats. They come out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 to the near. Hines in the gun. Fakes it to Evans. He's hit by Dorian at about the original line of scrimmage across the 40 to 39. It'll be third down and about 9 as Hines picks up about 4 there on second down.
Quarterback got up a little bit slow that time.
Little shaky indeed, Coach. I actually thought he got up a little shaky after the long 38-yard run down to about the 2.
Well, I'm sure he was tired.
You'd have to think, as he has been going both ways.
Yes.
And he has been a one-man wrecking crew. He set up his own touchdown run by intercepting Sellers shy on defense. It's called 3rd and 8 from the MUS 38. Hines in the gun. He's back to pass. Play action fake. He's got DeBove coming hard on a blitz. He's looking for a receiver down at about the MUS 11. That pass is going to fall incomplete, though, as he was looking for Newbern right at the MUS 15, but the pass one-hopped him, and it's incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And now I think Haywood probably will stay on the field with their offense and go for it.
It certainly appears to be the case as The Tomcats are keeping the offense on the field. I'll probably need to be aware of a hard count here. 5:30 remaining. The clock is stopped with the incompletion. MUS leads 21-7 here over Haywood High. 4th down and 8. The line to gain is the MUS 30. Hines in the gun. Calls for the snap. He's back to pass. Play action pass. He's got one-on-one coverage. He's looking for a man. He's open in the end zone. Is it caught? It is indeed. As Taylor Shields grabs a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch. A 38-yard catch and throw by Haywood High has the Tomcats within 8 points and an extra point pending.
And that is just getting beat by the receiver. Defensive back allowed him to get deeper than he was, and nice throw and catch. 38 yard on 4th and 8 as Stanley adds the extra point. It is up and it is good. And just like that, with 5:22 remaining here in the first half, MUS has their lead cut to 7 points. 21-13 here at Haywood High. We're back in 30 seconds. So listen to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the first professional cleaning service to be certified asthma and allergy friendly by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. This means our carpet cleaning process removes an average of 94% of common household allergens, and our tile and grout and hardwood cleaning services remove an average of 96% of common household allergens. We make your home cleaner and healthier. Call now at 751-8111. Stanley Steamer Services, proud sponsor of MUS.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
Welcome back to Haywood High. 5:22 remaining here in the first half. After a 38-yard catch and throw on 4th down and 8, the Haywood High Tomcats have cut the MUS lead back to 7 as MUS leads 21-14. Stanley has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Holloman and Hampton are deep for the Owls. Stanley approaches the football. He sends a high hanger. It's going to be caught by Hampton at about his own 14. He tries right up the middle. He's got a little bit of room, lowers the shoulder, gets across the 35, out near about the 37, perhaps even the 38-yard line, is the stud MUS wide receiver. So about 22 on that return. It sets up the Owls with 1st down and 10 from their own 37 officially, as John Pack checks in at the running back position. Hampton's actually going to stay on the field, Coach. We've normally been seeing Maurice come off the field after a return, but nonetheless, he elects to stay on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Owls. Shy in the gun, goes with the hard count. I believe, Coach, the Owls going to get a free 5, as it appeared that the Tomcat defensive tackle jumped off.
You know, last week, South Panola was caught jumping into the neutral zone, I think 4 times, twice in a row. And Sellers has become very adept at that. And it shows good discipline by the guys up front. They remain still during that time.
Jalen Lucas is the guilty party. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Owls. This time the ball spotted at the 42. Play action pass as Holloman catches it on the near side. He's across the 50. He spins out of a tackle. He gets inside Tomcat territory to about the 46-yard line before finally getting forced out of bounds. But nice little catch and throw there. About 8 yards on 1st and 5, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good job by Jalen of spinning upfield and gaining extra yardage. His helmet came off during the tackle, so he's got to go out of the game.
So Gavin McKay will check in for Holloman. Scotty Burnett, the tight end, to the near side with McKay. Hayden and Hampton to the far side. This time the give is to Pack. Pack tries the left side. He's got a nice little hold as he leans forward across the 40 down to about the Haywood High 38.
And a pretty good job of blocking that time by the inside receiver, Thomas Hayden. He stayed on his block and got a yard or 2 extra for John Pack on the carry.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 as the clock now is stopped with 4:37, as I believe Haywood High has taken a timeout, and we'll take it with them. So we're going to be back here in 30 seconds. MUS facing 2nd down and 3. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Attend a local Ducks Unlimited event. A good time for a great cause with people just like you.
The MUS Owls have the best Ducks Unlimited high school chapter in the nation. In 2017, they won their 2nd straight National DU Varsity Championship for their fundraising efforts. Thanks to all of our student volunteers and supporters for bringing another title to MUS. Help us defend our championship by joining us at our annual banquet this coming spring. Go Owls and go Ducks Unlimited.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
John Pack officially gains 8 yards. And just like that, the Owls are set up inside of Tomcat territory. This time the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line. 4:37 remaining. Jeffrey Wright with Coach Barry Ray here on the Owls broadcast. The Owls have thus far scored on 3 of their possessions, one of which ended in an interception. That's the only non-scoring drive for the Owls. They're trying to score for the 4th time tonight as they face 2nd and 3. Jonathan Whitehead checks in. He gets a carry across the left side. He's got the 1st down and more as he gets across the 30 out near about the Tomcat 27.
And Jonathan Whitehead continues to show good productivity when he's in the game. He shows great patience, and then when he sees the hole, he explodes up through it with quick feet.
It's called a pickup of 9. It sets up the Owls with 1st and 10 at the Haywood High 27. Shy working from the gun. Whitehead stays in at the tailback position. Shy this time gives to Whitehead. Whitehead cuts it back. He tried the right. Now he gets it across the left side of the formation. He's going to pick up about 5 there as he works it across the Haywood High 25 out to about near the, call it 23-yard line.
Good push that time by the left side of the line. I was watching the big guard come off the ball. Did a really, really nice job. Big Devin Malone, 6'2", 339, making a nice hole.
Shotgun formation for the Owls as the clock ticks inside of 3:40. Whitehead tries the right side, makes a couple of men miss. He cuts it out. Now he's got some room out to the wide. He's across the 15, across the 10, inside the 10-yard line before finally getting knocked down at about the Haywood High 8. Another big pickup there of about 14 yards there on 1st and 10. Beg your pardon, we'll call it 2nd and 6. But a big 14-yard pickup there by Jonathan Whitehead.
The running game has really become productive. The offensive line getting better and better and better. And the offense, the running backs are showing great patience and good drive when they have the ball in their hands.
3 minutes, 14 seconds to play. Whitehead's got the right side. He's got a lot of room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Owls. Jonathan Whitehead from 7 yards out has extended this lead to 13 points with 3:08 remaining in the first half. And the Owls are a George Howard extra point away from making this a 14-point affair yet again. Coach, the Owls thus far done a good job. Every time Haywood's been able to cut it back to a 1-score game, the Owls have responded immediately and made it a 2-score game.
Well, it usually starts with a pretty good kickoff return so that they get good starting field position.
Snap, hold, kick are all up and good. With 3:08 remaining, MUS leads 28-14. We're back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Boyle Investment Company has provided excellence in real estate since 1933, including office, retail, industrial, mixed use, and residential projects throughout the greater Memphis and Nashville areas. Boyle is proud to have 8 MUS alumni on our team, including Henry Morgan, Paul Boyle, Rusty Bloodworth, Mark Halperin, Kerry Whitehead, Joel Fulmer, Tom Hutton, and David Rubin. Call them today at 767-0100 to help with any of your real estate needs, or you can visit us on the web at www.boyle.com.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
The Owls respond with a 7-yard Jonathan Whitehead touchdown run. Whitehead picks up his 2nd touchdown of the season. Nice to see the senior 5'10", 165-pound running back get in the end zone for yet again, 2nd time this season.
And again, the Owls running game, it is tailback by committee, and all 3 have been very productive tonight.
Ben Skane sends a high hanger that's angled towards the out-of-bounds line. It's going to be taken by Swift at about the 7, and he's going to get across the 15, but he's not going to get a whole lot more, Coach. Kind of a dangerous play there by Swift, the return man, but nonetheless, I guess you can't afford to have the ball just drop dead and give it to the Owls at about the Haywood High 7, so he gets what he can.
Now, and Reagan Griffin, senior on the coverage team, Reagan was the first one down, almost brought him down inside the 10-yard line. Good hustle by Reagan Griffin.
So it'll be a gain of about, we'll call it 7 on the return. It sets up Haywood High with 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line.
The Owls once again look like they're lining up with a 4-man defensive front.
Indeed, it certainly appears to be the case, Coach. Keithern Hobson, Walker Burks, Nash Stewart, Elliott Allen are the down linemen for the Owls. Hines gone the distance at quarterback. He gives to Evans. Evans tries the right side. He gets a couple there on 1st down.
First contact that time, Walker Burks from his tackle position. The Owls are playing a 4-man defensive front with 3 linebackers, 2 corners, 2 safeties.
So it'll officially be a gain of 2 there on 1st down as the clock ticks inside of 3 minutes. 2:38 and counting here in the first half. MUS leads Haywood High 28-14. Shotgun formation from Hines. He's got 1 receiver to each side, a tight end to the right side of the formation, and an H-back. He's back to pass. He's looking right. He's firing. He's got 1-on-1 as Devontae Nelson is covering all over Taylor Shields. That pass falls incomplete. Great coverage there by Nelson, Coach, as Shields wanted to try to get underneath him and go back towards the football, but Nelson was having none of it.
No, Devontae really played that very, very well. He motored down when the receiver motored down. He sprinted ahead when the receiver tried to sprint ahead. Outstanding coverage.
3rd down and 8 for the Tomcats. The Owls will receive the second half kickoff as the Tomcats face 3rd and 7. There's 2:18 remaining. MUS has all 3 of their timeouts. Now the Tomcats will use their final timeout of the first half here. And with 2:18 remaining in the first half, we'll take a 30-second break. 28-14 MUS over Haywood High. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
If you think banking should be personalized, pleasant, and productive, we agree. That's why we invite you to bank at Commercial Bank and Trust. We work hard to make banking one of your most productive relationships. With no teller lines and great customer service, Commercial Bank offers a banking experience you'll appreciate. We are highly experienced in lending, private banking, and trust services. Yet it's our responsiveness and personalization that our customers find refreshing and appealing. We invite you to stop by or visit us at commercialbankandtrust.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
2:18 remaining here in the first half. MUS leads Haywood High 28-14. Haywood facing 3rd down and 7 from their own 19. It's really 3rd down and probably 8, Coach, is probably a better way to say it, but the board does read 3rd and 7. Nonetheless, Hines comes out in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the near side. He's back to pass. He's got some pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket. A flag flies in the area of holding. Nice job by Jack DeBove to knock Hines off his feet right at the 20-yard line. It won't technically be a sack, as DeBove was only able to get Hines after a gain of 1, but certainly, Coach, that was a one-on-one situation, and DeBove made just a fantastic tackle there.
He certainly did. I was afraid when the flag was thrown that a whistle had blown and everybody would just stand around, but play continued, and Jack DeBove made a phenomenal defensive play.
Nice open field tackle by the senior linebacker. That brings up 4th down and 7. And Stanley, the punter, will come back onto the field. Maurice Hampton stands right at the 50-yard line as there's 2:10 remaining here in the first half, and the Owls have a chance to get a little 2-for-1 situation. Snap over the head of Stanley. Stanley's got time. He stumbles in the end zone. He's unable to secure the football. It goes out of the back of the end zone, and that'll be a safety. The Owls are going to get a free 2 points before they get the ball back. And just like that, it's 30-14 MUS over Haywood High.
When the ball goes out of the end zone, that is a safety. Now Haywood will have to kick off from their 20-yard line. They can choose to punt or they can choose to use a tee as if it were a kickoff. The MUS return team will line up in their kickoff return. The Owls should have really good starting field position for this drive.
Coach, it was 4th down and 8 from the 20-yard line. So the Owls get essentially the exact same situation. The line of scrimmage was the 20. Now Haywood High will kick off from the 20. The difference is the Owls have 2 more points on the board, and they lead 30-14 with 2:04 remaining here in the first half.
Be interesting to see if Haywood chooses to punt or whether they're going to try to kick off the tee. Looks like they've got the kickoff tee.
Nathan Sanderlin, the kicker, is on the field, and indeed Haywood is going to go for the kickoff variety of the free kick rather than the punt. Sanderlin, a soccer-style kicker, takes a deep drop. He's standing about 9 yards behind the football. He approaches it, sends a end-over-end kick that's going to be caught by Holloman. Holloman flips it back to Hampton. Not a clean flip. Hampton is going to have to reverse his field. He's at the 40. Now he reverses his field again before getting slung down inside the 40, back at about the MUS 37-yard line. Coach, the Owls tried to run a little razzle-dazzle there, but...
Well, I think that one actually may have taken Maurice by surprise. He was coming up, looked like he was trying to get in front of Jalen to block, and Jalen flipped the ball back, and that did not turn out as well as we would have liked for it to. So the Owls don't have quite as good a field position to start this offensive set.
The Owls start with it at their own 37. 1:52 remaining here in the first half. MUS with all 3 timeouts. Sprint out past the right. Shy finds Hampton across the 40. Hampton lowers his shoulder. He's got first down yardage and more before he gets wrestled out of bounds at about midfield. It looks like the ball is going to be spotted directly at midfield. It does appear, according to the linesman, that Hampton was brought down inbounds, so the clock will only stop momentarily for the first down.
And I do like that little sprint out.
First down and 10, ball directly at midfield. Shy in the gun, he now sprints out to his left. Fires again for Hampton. It's the exact same play, just to the other side. Hampton catches it at the 45 before finally getting knocked off his feet. It'll be a gain of 5, and the clock will stop as I believe the Owls have taken a timeout.
Oh, and we did not get a good spot on that at all.
No. Well, oh, wow. You are right, Coach.
That should have been about a 5-yard gain, and they wound up. See, Coach Alston's talking to him about forward progress.
It was the exact same pass.
Now they've moved.
There we go.
Up.
Okay, that's more
where
like it.
Should be.
That is more like it. It was a little sprint out pass where Hampton runs just a little 5-yard hitch. You got the corner route over the top, just a little smash concept. You see it a lot on sprint outs, Coach, and Hampton caught it right at the 45. He did try to break free of a tackle, but it wasn't like he went backwards. He was pushed back by a couple of defenders, and the ball is spotted exactly where it should be, and that is at the Haywood High 45. 1:22 remaining. Clock is stopped. The Owls have taken their first timeout of the first half. MUS leads 30-14. The Owls trying to add more points before the end of the half. They will receive the second half kickoff as well. Owls come out in the shotgun. It's second down and 5 from the Tomcat 45. Shy in the gun. Calls for the snap. He looks to throw. He fires a little out route caught by Hayden. Hayden's got the first down before getting knocked off his feet at about the 39. I believe he was knocked down inbounds. So the clock will restart once the chain is set with 1:09. Again, plenty of time still for the Owls. Ball spotted just inside the Haywood High 40. As I believe, actually, they're going to say Hayden did get out of bounds, and so the clock will just stay stopped until the snap. 1:09 remaining again. Shy from the gun. Sprints out to the right. He's looking. Now he's going to be forced and just throws that one over the head of Gavin McKay. Smart play there by Sellers Shy, the senior quarterback, to avoid a big loss and keep the Owls still very much in position to score. Clock was running. Truth be told, Coach, I watched the clock after the Owls' very first score. It ran for another 10 or 11 seconds, and yet again, Haywood having some problems with the clock. It's at 53-2. There's no way that it should be at 53-2. It should be right at about a minute at the absolute max.
Be interesting if they're going to hold the start of the clock for a few seconds.
The near side official is trying to make sure that the clock does get set. It does not appear that the head official was aware of the issue. We do not have the ref mics like we do when we're at home, Coach, but I definitely do think that is the case. It's certainly the play clock, as the head official now is pointing to the clock. 1:04.
I think that's what he's signaling, 104, 103.
Yes, 1:03 should be what the clock reads. That's what we were discussing. It shouldn't be any more than, there shouldn't be anything at the absolute least below a minute. So it is going to be at 1:03. We got the game clock set. And
well, that's good officiating. If there's an issue like that, they held it up till they got it right.
So the clock is set and ready for play. 1:03 remaining. 2nd and 10 for the Owls. Ball at the 39. Shy in the gun. He's back to pass. He looks right. Fires quickly. He's got Hampton on a slant. Hampton's got a first down and more. He's across the 20 out to about the 15-yard line. A pickup of 25 there on 2nd and 10. And the clock is stopped momentarily with 55 seconds remaining in the first half.
Mo was just running that slant route, and there was no defender near him. Good delivery of the ball by Sellers.
So pickup of 25 has the Owls set up with 1st and 10 from the 15. Shy in the gun. Tight end and an H-back to the right. He gives to Kendall. Kendall tries the left side. He's going to get across the 10 before the Owls will take a timeout. It's officially, Coach, a gain of 6 as the ball was spotted actually at the 16-yard line. So it's a gain of 6 as the Owls will be set up with 2nd and, we'll call it 2nd and 4, right at about the 10-yard line.
And who we got on the ground?
I believe, is that Stephen Christenberry, Coach?
Maybe.
We have an injured Owl on the field. We'll take the injury timeout and the timeout as well. We're back here in 30 seconds. MUS leads Haywood High 30-14 with 40 seconds remaining in the first half. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
G.A. Robinson Land Company is a full-service brokerage, management, and investment firm specializing in investment-grade farmland and fine recreational properties. We offer a wide range of real estate services related to farmland, timber plantations, and hunting properties in the Mid-South. Founded in Memphis in 1950, G.A. Robinson Land Company is licensed in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Co-owned by Burt Robinson III, class of 68, and Burt Robinson IV, class of 90, proud grandfather and father of Mac, class of 18, and Collins, class of 20, G.A. Robinson Land Company is a proud sponsor of MUS. Go Owls!
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
2nd down and 4 for the Owls. 40.4 seconds remaining. Sellers Shy on a sprint out. He's looking, fires to the back of the end zone. He's looking for Maurice Hampton. That pass is going to fall incomplete. Well out of the reach of Maurice Hampton, but a nice job by Sellers there. He was getting pressure. It was well defended by the Tomcats. Threw a ball that the only chance, the only dangerous result would be an incompletion there. It was going to be Maurice or no one, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 with 38.7 seconds remaining. 30 to beg your pardon, Coach.
No, really want to try to get points. If that's the best we can do, really like to put the ball across the goal line.
Owls go with a run on 3rd down and 4. They give it to Kendall across the left side. There was not much room at all there, Coach. And it looked like maybe the Owls were going to try to sneak one in on the Tomcats. They immediately call timeout. So with 30.3 seconds remaining, you would think if the Owls call a timeout there, Coach, that they have every intention of going for it.
It's going to be interesting. Coach Austin, I think he wanted to see how close we were. If it were within a yard, I think he probably would have. At this point in time, he's going to take the 3 points, which I think is the right move.
The Owls are leading by 16, so this would officially make it a 3-score game if George Howard could add the field goal, as Coach does indeed send George Howard onto the field.
Particularly since we will get the ball back to start the second half.
Absolutely. 33.3 seconds remaining here in the first half. MUS, 4 touchdowns and a safety on the board. The Tomcats, 2 touchdowns on the board. Coming up at halftime, fellow graduate of the class of 2007, Buck Towner, will be the halftime subject. Will Portera conducts that interview. Make sure you catch that. Coming up at the half, Seller Shy puts his knee down at about the 17. 27-yard effort by George Howard is up, and it is good. And the Owls now have a 33-14 lead. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Reliant Investment Management is an independent, locally owned and operated investment advisory firm that provides customized portfolio management tailored to the need and situation of each unique client. Whether planning for stability in retirement or managing your estate for future generations, Reliant has the expertise and ability to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit our website at ReliantLLC.com or give us a call at 901-843-0600 to learn more. Reliant Investment Management, reliable portfolio management for your financial success. Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
The Owls add 3 more points to the scoreboard, even though the scoreboard actually doesn't show those 3 points. It is 33-14 now. The Owls lead by 19. 32.4 seconds remaining here in the first half, Coach. Other than the exception of the 1 turnover, it's been a pretty good half for the Owls.
It has. Haywood was able to score on a long pass. And then a very short field after a turnover. But other than that, you're absolutely right. The Owls have played very, very well.
Well,
not a very good job of coverage that time.
Coach, sometimes my tongue gets me in trouble. Skane sends a low kick. It's taken by Taylor Shields. And he gets all the way across midfield. And now the Tomcats have the ball set up at the MUS 49 with 25.6 seconds remaining in the first half. No timeouts for the Tomcats as they trail 33-14, although the scoreboard does not read it. Coach, did I miss something? I thought both officials said the kick was good.
They did. They both signified it was good.
Tomcats do break the huddle. They send Shields to the near side, and running on late was Jaden Stewart to the wide side. Back to pass is Hines. He looks for Shields. Shields goes down to a knee. He catches it at about the MUS 44, so the Owls will gladly give that up as the Tomcats do not have a timeout. Pick up a 5 on 1st and 10, and the clock rolls inside of 5 seconds. This will be the final play of the first half. Back to pass is Hines. Hines pump fakes. Now steps up, coming up from his safety position to make the tackle. Ben Gillian, I beg your pardon, he came up from the outside linebacker position, and that's going to end the first half. Nice job there by Ben.
It may not end the half because there's a flag, and if it's a defensive penalty, then it'll be an untimed down.
The flag is in the area of holding, but
I think it's probably, it could be a personal foul. We'll see.
So we await the official call. The head official now steps. It is a dead ball, personal foul against the Owls. And I believe that's exactly, Coach, the situation that we have that you just mentioned. Although, nope. Is that 2 personal?
No, don't think so.
Personal foul against the Owls. It will appear to be 1 untimed down.
No, they're gonna. That's the half.
Dead ball. It was an end of the penalty.
Right.
Yeah, dead ball foul.
So they'll be assessed on the kickoff, I think.
There does appear. there does appear to be some confusion even among the officials. So we want to make sure we get you the exact situation before we break for the half. So let's see. Personal foul against the Owls. So they've taken off the dead ball. That time the head official just said personal foul against the Owls. So now we will have the one untimed down as the Tomcats are believed going to have the football at about the MUS 30, not actually the 35. So one untimed down for the Tomcats. And MUS will, you would think, Coach, be protecting the goal line, as I would expect Dakari Scott, Devontae Nelson to kind of back up and the Owls to almost play quarters. Shotgun formation, whistles, stop the play, flags fly, false start against the Tomcats. So that'll move it back to the 40 as we just can't seem to quite end the half yet, Coach.
No, this got sloppy in a hurry.
Again, coming up at the half, recently appointed Director of Admissions, the classmate of the class of 2007, Buck Towner, is going to be interviewed. Will Portera conducted that interview. You got that coming up at the half. Shotgun formation, play action pass. Hines back to pass. He's got a ton of pressure. He's now going to look and scramble, but he's going to be dropped by Gillian at the 49-yard line. Big sack. A flag does fly, but, Coach, I'm nearly certain that indeed was holding.
That will be holding.
So that will officially, mercifully, end the half. And now we will go to the halftime break with the Owls leading 33-14. Again, coming up at the half, Will Portera interviews recently appointed Director of Admissions, Buck Towner. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll bring you that interview, and then we'll be back to have some halftime stats and more for you right here on ESPN 790. But again, back in 4 minutes. Again, Will Portera and Buck Towner coming up right after the break. Stick around. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Running a business is tough enough. Dealing with suppliers, hiring staff, attracting new business, paying taxes. The last thing you need to worry about is insurance. That's why smart business people use Kimmons Wilson Insurance Group, where someone with the experience and knowledge can advise you about your unique needs. When it comes to insurance, let us do the heavy lifting. Give us a call at 346-8808 to schedule a consultation. That's 346-8808. This is Gene Douglas, MUS class of 2002. Go Owls!
This MUS football broadcast is brought to you in part by Strategic Financial Partners, trusted providers of protection strategies, wealth management, retirement, and employee benefits. Visit www.strategicfinancialpartners.com for more information on all of the services we offer. Strategic Financial Partners, proud sponsors of Memphis University School Athletics. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through qualified registered representatives of MML. Investor Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Hi, this is John Bartholomew, Director of Athletics at St. Mary's Episcopal School. St. Mary's is proud to support Memphis University School. Our community enjoys watching our Owl brothers, cousins, and friends play football on Friday nights, and we appreciate the extra work that goes into being a student athlete. St. Mary's, home of the Turkeys, is committed to a superior girls' education and an athletic experience that is centered around tradition and character. Go Birds.
The mogul of fandom, you captain of cheer. No one else brings as much spirit to the table as you, and no one else rocks tacos and fajitas at game time than Swanky's Taco Shop. Our catering teams have delivered the flavors you love so you can own the moment with your favorite team. East Memphis, Germantown, Swanky's is the first string in catering to Tennessee. So go ahead, get your fan on. Swanky's Taco Shop has game day covered. Go to swankystacoshop.com for more details. And go Owls!
W Advisors is a proud supporter of MUS football. Hello, I'm Bobby Wade, managing member of W Advisors. To all Owl fans, we are offering a complimentary review of your entire investment portfolio. We will use advanced software to provide a complete analysis. Do you know your return? Do you know your risk? Do you know your expenses? Do you know your taxes? For a complimentary review, call Bobby Wade at W Advisors, 410-8050, or visit us at WAdvisorsLLC.com.
MUS Football is brought to you in part by LSI Graphics, your one-stop signage and branding solution for schools, corporations, and retailers. LSI Graphics has been serving the greater Memphis area since 1974 and are the professional choice for wall, window, and vehicle wraps, interior and exterior signage, donor walls, monuments, and more. Visit lsigraphics.com to learn more about our full suite of products and services or call us at 901-567-3828. That's lsigraphics.com or 567-3828. LSI Graphics, expand your brand.
Before your young athlete steps on the football field, make sure they are equipped with the right fit. Helmet, shoulder pads, cleats, everything they need head to toe is at All American Sporting Goods. They are the only place that offers a personal fitting for your child. They make sure the equipment fits and is safe. They'll even teach your athlete how to wear it and take care of it. All American Sporting Goods has all the top brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Schutt, and Rawlings. You can even bring in your old equipment to make sure it still fits. No other company offers head-to-toe service like All American Sporting Goods. Find all the top brands at the team price and shop local with the experts that have been fitting peewees to pros for 48 years. Remember, proper fit is important for protection and good play. So make sure your athlete is prepared for the upcoming football season. All American Sporting Goods, located at 3230 Summer Avenue. Call 324-3783 or visit online at allamericaninc.com.
WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, broadcasting on 92.9 HD2 on HD radios and on 790 on the AM dial. This is Memphis University School Football, the Owls, on ESPN 790 AM.
Good evening. This is Will Portera, and I'm joined by Mr. Buck Towner tonight as the Owls battle on the field. Coach Towner is no stranger to these Friday night games as he played on the defensive line for several seasons, helping the Owls to 2 state titles in 2004 and 2005. He came to MUS in 2014, and this school year, he became the director of admissions for the school. I asked him to join us tonight to talk about admissions, one of the most important and vital aspects of the school. So thank you for joining us, Coach Towner, and congratulations on the new job.
Thanks, Will.
First, admissions is very important to the vitality of a school. What are some of the current challenges for you and the admissions department?
Well, in a market heavily saturated with independent schools such as Memphis, we are always trying to show families how we have a place for their boy. No matter what he is interested in, we have it, and we want him to succeed at all costs. Our numbers look great right now, and we hope to keep them that way.
Great. What are some of the new ideas that you are bringing to the job this year?
Well, we have a lot of good businesses entering Memphis right now, and we want to reach out to those businesses and get them to know about MUS. There are a lot of people out there that, although MUS, we think, is the best academic school in the city, if not the state, people don't know about MUS, whether they have just moved to the city or whatnot. They just don't know. So we try and get the word out there to all of these businesses, all these new people moving in town, and make sure they understand that MUS is a place for their son.
Fantastic. What are some of the goals you have for this school in terms of admissions?
We always want to keep the size of the school at the right level. We don't want it to get too big or too small. So right now we're at a great size because we believe that the relationships the boys have with the teachers is so important. And those relationships don't only last while they're at school, but they move forward with them in life, and they keep those relationships for a long time. They take what they've learned and pay it forward. So we want to keep the school the size that it should be so they can maintain those quality relationships with their teachers, which is an 8-to-1 faculty to student ratio right now, which is outstanding.
Sir, that's awesome. Admissions doesn't just mean the admissions department. What can faculty, staff, students, and parents make your job easier and improve the quality of our school?
You know, Will, that's a great question. There are so many things that people can do that out there in the community. And we always have volunteers because people love showing the MUS love out there. And whether it's a parent or an alum, they're always raving about MUS, or I always get phone calls. So-and-so, an alum told me about MUS, said I should come check it out. I love that.
2 minutes.
And the more people do that, the better, and sharing their stories and how they experienced it. And there's so many different stories because we have so many different people that come through here. It's not a cookie cutter boy that comes through here. All different types of backgrounds, all different families that come through here. And that's what I love.
Yes, sir. Incredible. What are some of the big events coming up that will highlight admissions?
Probably the biggest event coming up is open house on October 28th. That's Sunday, October 28th from 2 to 4. We encourage all families to come join, even if their boy is a couple years out from applying to MUS. Come on out, check us out, ask any questions. We'll have a ton of faculty members, a ton of students out here, and it'll be a great day. You can also call us and set up a half-day visit if you have a boy who's a rising 7th through 12th grader and thinking about making a switch to MUS.
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
What are a few of your favorite aspects of being in the admissions department and leading the charge for new students?
One of my favorite things is just meeting new families. I love talking to people. If you know anything about me, I just love meeting new people. And selling MUS is easy. I love MUS. It's a place that's near and dear to me. The people here, they loved me and they supported me all the way through. I also just like working here because I like spending time with the boys. That makes it fun. And I just enjoy being with them, seeing what they're up to, and seeing if I can help them at any cost because I had so many people help me while I was here.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach Towner, thank you for your time tonight. We all recognize the unique challenges of your new job, but are confident that you and your staff are up for them, and the school will remain strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Go Owls.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football.
You're hot.
ESPN 790 AM.
Many thanks to Will Portera and to fellow classmate of the class of 2007, Buck Towner.
And before we leave,
Absolutely,
Coach Towner,
Coach.
Jeffrey, congratulations to Coach Towner and his wife, Elizabeth, and the birth of their daughter, Louise, and both mom and baby doing great. Buck even has not shown too much loss of sleep, so he said the baby's sleeping pretty well as a newborn. Congratulations to the Towner family.
Coach, when will it stop being weird for me to have my high school classmates having children? When does that officially stop getting weird?
It won't.
Okay.
I'll just tell
making
you right
sure.
now.
I appreciate it.
You know, I've got here I'm working with a former student of mine and you, Buck Towner, a former student of mine as a colleague in administration admissions, and him having a baby. It never gets totally weird because time goes pretty quickly.
Coach, what do you think it is about MUS? Because, I mean, obviously I'm a graduate, and, you know, you mentioned, you know, the opportunity that I got as soon as Coach Alston presented this opportunity for me to join the radio team. I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather do. But what do you think it is about the place that makes it so special?
The people. I'll just tell you right now, while the school has an outstanding mission and outstanding people who work hard to accomplish that mission, it really is the people there, the relationships that are developed there, the colleagues that work there, the families that send their sons there, the boys who come to study there, and the friendships that are formed there. I think that is really something special. And while when I was in high school, I had a guidance counselor tell me that my best friends in life would be the ones that I made in college. That's not the situation at MUS. That are made at MUS are lifelong, and I think those are the strongest ones.
No, there's no question, Coach. Another fellow classmate, Will Aldridge. He will be getting married in December, and about 4 of us from the class of 2007 will be in that wedding. Also, wanted to take a quick moment. Will's father, Joe Aldridge, he lost his beloved wife, Miss Debbie, and I just want Mr. Joe to know that we're thinking about him because he's good people, as you know, Coach.
Absolutely. Our thoughts go out to that family and their loss. And since we're talking about a loss, we have called John Pack's name several times. And unfortunately, the Pack family experienced quite a tragedy on Monday night. John's next oldest brother, 19 years old, was killed in a motorcycle accident. And the funeral is tomorrow. And that's devastating to a family. It's something that you never fully get over. But John has tried to normalize his time at MUS. He wanted to be at school. He wanted to be around his classmates and his teammates. And that was where he felt a sense of normal. And our thoughts go out to the Pack family.
Coach, it's where I'm happy to finally be back in the broadcasting role rather than the journalism role, because I can say this and not feel bad about it. I hope John Pack finds the end zone when we come back here in the second half.
No question about it. I'm biased, and I'd love nothing better. He's played well tonight.
He has indeed.
And so I'm thrilled for him. This has given him a chance to kind of not have to think about that for just a few minutes. And I know his teammates are glad to have him out there.
We're going to take officially a 4-minute break. These skies are starting to open up a little bit here. We've seen some people go for ponchos. It's certainly not coming down like it was in Nashville when the Owls took on NBA, but nonetheless, it is certainly starting to rain. We see some people that are now taking shelter. So we'll be back in 4 minutes. We'll give you all of the first half statistics and more. Stick around. You're listening to MUS Owls football right here on ESPN 790.
Adams Keegan is a national HR, payroll, benefits, recruiting, and employer services firm committed to providing unmatched service and customized solutions to its clients. Adams Keegan takes organizational and administrative burdens away from employers so they can focus on what really drives their business. Based in Memphis and alumni-owned, Adams Keegan is a proud supporter of MUS and shares its commitment to service and integrity. To learn more, please visit adamskeegan.com.
Christ Methodist Day School is devoted to exceptional Christian elementary education for boys and girls 6 weeks to 6th grade. In a supportive and nurturing environment, we help each individual child reach his or her full potential by focusing on 4 main areas: spiritual development, academic excellence, social responsibility, and personal integrity. Right in the heart of East Memphis, Christ Methodist offers everything under one roof: early education program, before and after care, summer enrichment program, and Maxine Moore Music Academy. Go to cmdsmemphis.org for more information. Christ Methodist Day School, embracing the whole child since 1958.
Community Mortgage Corp., a locally owned company which has been in business for nearly 30 years, offers a wide variety of mortgage services, including in-house loan processing, underwriting, closing, and funding. 2010 MUS graduate Gabe Ruby, a third-generation real estate professional, is ready to lead you on this journey and help you navigate the difficult decisions involving your mortgage. He will take your home loan personally and have your best interest in mind. Contact Gabe at 901-759-4385 or communitymtg.com. For all your mortgage needs, Gabe and Community Mortgage, proud sponsors of MUS.
For over a century, MUS students have been taught to strive for excellence and to be well-rounded in every aspect of life. At Diversified Trust, we embrace these same principles. Diversified Trust is an employee-owned, comprehensive wealth management firm with offices in Memphis, Nashville, Atlanta, and Greensboro, serving clients across the South. For more information, visit us at diversifiedtrust.com.
As the largest CPA firm in the southern U.S., Dixon Hughes Goodman is committed to personal service and to the Memphis community. The partners of Dixon Hughes Goodman are proud supporters of Memphis University School. Go MUS Owls. To learn more about Dixon Hughes Goodman, please call them at 901-761-3000. That's 901-761-3000. Or visit on the web at dhg.com. dhg.com.
Owl fans know about tradition. So do the folks at First Tennessee. They've been serving customers in Tennessee for over 150 years. No other bank can say that, and no other bank is more excited about serving the financial needs of MUS families. Stop by a financial center or online at ftb.com and let First Tennessee put its tradition of banking excellence to work for you. Whether you prefer a friendly face or the convenience of on-the-go banking tools like mobile or online banking, First Tennessee has financial services that fit any Owl fan.
Hi, I'm Joel Hobson.
1 minute.
Jones. I'm William Ware.
And I'm Mark Duke.
We worked hard to graduate from MUS, and we will work hard to help you buy or sell a house.
Integrity, experience, and performance is what you get at Hobson Realtors.
For the most accurate information, you can search the MLS at hobsonrealtors.com on your computer or any mobile device.
When it comes to real estate, please give Hobson Realtors a call. Open 7 days a week, 761-1622.
After more than 30 years in Memphis, Financial Federal has learned a lot about our community. We recognize the demand for high-quality customer service and customized banking solutions, and we use our experience and knowledge to meet your changing needs, from checking and money market accounts to home and business loans. Financial Federal supports the future of Memphis, and we are proud to support MUS football. To find out more, visit us at finfedmem.com.
Now back to Memphis University School Out football on ESPN 790 AM.
And we welcome you back to Hooper Stadium here in Brownsville, Tennessee, where at the half, the MUS Owls lead the Haywood High Tomcats 33-14. Let's give you some statistics, and let's start first with the scoring for the Owls. Jalen Holloman scored from 1 yard out on a pass from Sellers Shy. It was a 7-play, 62-yard drive that took 2 minutes, 35 seconds off the clock. And with 7:30 remaining in the first quarter, MUS had a 7-0 lead. At the 2:38 mark in the first quarter, Maurice Hampton scored from 78 yards out. It was a bomb from Sellers Shy. It was a 2-play, 78-yard drive that took 20 seconds off the clock, giving the Owls a 14-0 lead. DeAndres Hine then scored from 14 yards out. He capped off a 2-play, 19-yard drive that was set up by an interception that he himself made of Sellers Shy. It took 48 seconds off the clock and cut the Owl lead to 7. The Owls responded right back when Hunter Kendall scored from 12 yards out, capping a 53-yard drive to give the Owls a 21-7 lead. However, Haywood responded right back with 5:22 remaining in the second quarter when Hine found Taylor Shields from 38 yards out, capping off an 8-play, 77-yard drive. That play on 4th down and 18 made it 21-14. The Owls responded when Jonathan Whitehead scored from 8 yards out, capping off a 6-play, 63-yard drive to give the Owls a 28-14 lead. The Owls then added a safety when the ball was snapped out of the back of the end zone over the punter Stanley's head. That made it 30-14. And with 32 seconds remaining in the first half, George Howard capped off a 9-play, 53-yard drive with a 27-yard field goal. First downs, the Owls had 14 in the first half. Haywood had 9. The Owls with 7 on the ground and 7 through the air. Great balance there from the Owls. 7 first downs on both the run and the pass for the Owls, 14. 3 on the ground for Haywood, 4 through the air, 2 via the penalty. The Owls ran it for 124 yards on 16 carries. That's good enough for 7.8 yards per attempt. A really nice number there from the Owls. The Owls also added 170 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns as well. 294 total yards for the Owls on 29 plays. That was good enough for 10.1 per play. Haywood added 97 through the yard, or I should say 97 through the air, 43 on the ground. That was good enough for 140 total yards, 32 plays, 4.4 a play there for the Tomcats. Only 1 turnover thus far. It was an interception by Sellers Shy. Individually for the Owls, Hunter Kendall led the way for the Owls on the ground. 11 carries, 79 yards. Good enough coach there for a 7.2 yards per rush. He had a long of 29, also added a touchdown. Jonathan Whitehead, 4 carries, 37 yards. He had a long of 15. 9.2 per carry there for Jonathan Whitehead. He also had a touchdown as well. John Pack, 1 carry, 8 yards for the young man playing with a heavy heart. All in all, again, coach, 16 carries for the Owls, 125 yards. Beg your pardon, they did lose 1, so 124 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 7.8 per carry. Through the air for the Owls, Sellers Shy, 9 of 13. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, a long of 78, 170 yards. Maurice Hampton, 4 catches, 121 yards. He had that long of 78. That, of course, was a touchdown as well. Jalen Holloman, 3 catches, 29 yards. 15 yards was his long. Thomas Hayden, 2 catches for 20 yards. He had a long of 15. 2 punt returns for Maurice Hampton. They totaled 35 yards. He had a long of 22. He also had 2 kickoff returns for 51 yards, a long of 32. George Howard, perfect on the night. 1 for 1 from field goal range. It was a 27-yarder. He is also 4 for 4 tonight on extra points. If you're curious about the Tomcats numbers, Alex Evans, 12 carries, 40 yards, 3.3. DeAndres Hines, 9 carries for 22 yards. Of course, he lost some of that on sack total. He did have the long of 14 that resulted in a touchdown. He's 5 of 10 through the air for 97 yards. And the score, Taylor Shields, 4 catches for 65 yards. He also included that 38-yard touchdown. And Jacoby Swift, 1 catch for 32 yards. Ben Skane did not punt. Coach, that's always good to see. Andrew Stanley for the Tomcats punted 3 times for a 31.0 yard average. But all in all, Coach, you mentioned it, other than really the turnover, pretty good half of football for the Owls.
I think it was a very good half of football for MUS. And again, this is a physically talented Haywood County team, very reminiscent of the team that we played last week in South Panola. That was the comparison that the coaches and players we're talking about all week, and I am really impressed with the focus that the Owls have come out with. Their offensive execution has been really good, except for that one interception that was thrown where the ball kind of got away from Sellers. Other than that, they've really run the ball well. They've thrown and caught the ball well. They've had good runs after catch. It's just been a very good offensive performance.
Yeah, Coach, really the first time all season that we've seen the Owls trail in the turnover margin. And you also have to tip your cap to the Tomcats.
Absolutely.
They've not turned the ball over yet, and they did force the 1 turnover. And again, that's going to happen when you're a team that likes to throw the ball and take shots through the air. Unfortunately, as Coach Harrison once famously said, that can happen too.
Well, Coach Harrison had a lot of thoughts about throwing the ball. He was
not a fan.
He was not. He was a ground game kind of guy. He liked that stacked eye with 2 tight ends and just pound it at you. And many people think that when you throw the ball, there are 3 things that can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the Owls have really executed relatively well. Of course, the long pass, the connection with Maurice that's just an outstanding athletic play on his part. And the trust that Sellers has that if he puts the ball up there for Maurice is going to go get it. And that's good connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
3 penalties in the first half for the Owls. They amassed 45 yards. 5 penalties for Haywood for 34 yards in the first half as well. Time of possession, Haywood held the ball for 15 minutes, 16 seconds. The Owls only had it for 8:36, but the Owls were more than efficient. Haywood for 5 on 3rd downs. They're 1 for 2 on 4th downs. The Owls have only faced 1 3rd down all night. They are 0 for 1. They're 4 for 4 in red zone chances, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal. We are set and ready for second half action. Here is the second half kickoff. The Owls set to receive. Maurice Hampton's going to catch it at about the 17-yard line and go up the right hash mark. He's got some room. He's across the 35. He breaks through the hole. He might go. He's to the 35, the 30, the 20, the 25, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Owls.
Why do you kick the ball to him?
I don't know. Why do you also single cover him?
I don't know. But it wasn't just a great job of him returning the ball, which it was, because he broke a couple of tackles, stiff arm a man, and so forth, and then outran them. But he got some good blocks, and I'm going to tip my hat to Jalen Holloman,
Absolutely.
his partner back there. Jalen made a really nice initial block to spring Maurice, and that's just great execution of the kicking game.
Coach Torrey is upstairs, so I don't have the official number. He is, of course, the only person I trust with official numbers. So unofficially, Coach, we'll call it an 83-yard kickoff return by Maurice Hampton all the way to the house, as the kids would say. George Howard on to add the extra point. He sends it high. He sends it up, and it is through the uprights. And MUS, with 9 seconds into the second half, has now taken a 40-14 lead. We're back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
After more than 30 years in Memphis, Financial Federal has learned a lot about our community. We recognize the demand for high-quality customer service and customized banking solutions, and we use our experience and knowledge to meet your changing needs, from checking and money market accounts to home and business loans. Financial Federal supports the future of Memphis, and we are proud to support MUS football. To find out more, visit us at finfedmem.com.
Now back to Memphis University Schoolhouse football on ESPN 790 AM.
Maurice Hampton takes it 83 yards to the house. The second half kickoff. George Howard adds the extra point, and the MUS Owls are now leading 40-14 over the Haywood High Tomcats. Biscayne has it teed up at the 40. One step and kicks. He sends a high hanger that's going to be taken right at the 10-yard line by Swift. Swift tries to bend it back up to the near side hash mark. He gets across the 20, out across the 25, before finally getting wrestled down at about the 27. So the Owls yet again go for that directional kick, Coach, and not a bad job there by the Owls.
No, they missed a tackle or two as they were sprinting downfield, but nice kick. The ball lands about the 10-yard line over on the numbers, and that's pretty good execution of that directional kickoff.
So the Tomcats take over at their own 28-yard line officially, Coach, and you got to think that was pretty deflating to allow that opening kickoff return for the score, as they were probably thinking, hey, let's get the ball back and get back in this thing. Instead, they trail 40-14. Hines gives it to Evans. Evans tries the right side. Picks up maybe 2 there on first down.
A little different look. Elliott Allen has now lined up at linebacker in this 4-3 design, and Elliott was in on that tackle along with Jack DeBove. And freshman Kyler Herring once again entering the game as a defensive end.
4-man front for the Owls. Shotgun formation for Hines. He's back to pass. He fires to the near side. It's caught on a little curl route at about the 43-yard line as he finds Taylor Shields. It'll be third down and about 2 as they pick up probably 6 officially there on second down.
And that's good second down play for Haywood. Good throw and catch.
They're going to spot the ball all the way at the Haywood 37. So it'll be third down and a short 2, long 1. 10:35 remaining here in the third quarter. The Owls have a 40-14 lead. They give to Evans, who tries the right side. He's got the first down and more before being knocked down off his feet. Charlie Street came up on the play. Or is that John Pack?
Actually, I believe that was Allen.
I'm sorry, Cody Hopkins.
And Cody Hopkins.
Yes, beg your pardon.
Making contact, but they didn't wrap up. And I'm glad that the young running back lost his balance, because he had an open field if he doesn't.
Atlex Evans gets the ball out to the 43-yard line of Haywood. It's first down and 10. Twins to the far side of the field. Hines in the gun. He fakes it to Evans. He's back to pass. He fires on a deep little comeback route. That pass is caught, and there's some room as Dakari Scott misses the tackle. And this is going to be a big play for the Tomcats as finally Darian Williamson is shoved out of bounds at about the 18-yard line of MUS. But Coach there, Dakari Scott's done a great job of tackling in space. Not his best performance there.
Well, there's just a lot of room out there, and we're trying to play man coverage. Yep. And when the receiver gets the ball and he's got a separation of maybe 5 yards and spins the defensive back around, they've got speed, and that's a tough matchup.
First down and 10 for the Tomcats. The ball is officially spotted at the 17-yard line of MUS. Shotgun formation for Hines. 2 receivers. He gives to Evans. Evans tries the right side, a little power play. He's got a first down and more as he's finally drugged down at about the MUS 5. It'll be first and goal for the Tomcats. Coach, gain of about 12 there on first down.
And I believe that was Darren Robinson, who's now in the game as a defensive end, who made that stop.
First and goal for the Tomcats. They're going to officially put the nose of the football at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Tomcats break the huddle. Owls kind of sending a man on late. Is it Gillian again, Coach?
Yes.
I believe so. Hines going to work from the two receivers to the near side. Gives to Evans. Evans tries the left side. He's got a lot of room, and he bends for the end zone, and he finds it as he scores from 5 yards out. Nice job by the Tomcats to respond. MUS returns the opening second half kickoff. And the Tomcats respond with a big drive of their own, and that makes it 40-20 momentarily as the Tomcats will, I believe, attempt the extra point. Sanderlin on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. And with 9:24 remaining, the Tomcats have cut the MUS lead back down to 19 points. 40-21 here at Haywood High. We're back here in 30 seconds. So it's an MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
When learning begins at Hutchison, there is no limit to where a girl can go. Outstanding academics, competitive athletics, and a wide variety of arts programs open worlds of opportunity. Hutchison gives young women the confidence to go anywhere they can imagine. Discover the strength of a Hutchison education. Visit hutchisonschool.org.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
9:24 remaining here in the third quarter. The Haywood High Tomcats have responded with a nice touchdown drive to cut the Owl lead back down to 19 points. It's 40-21. Sanderlin sends a high hanger that's going to be caught by Hampton at the 16. Hampton tries the middle. He's knocked off his feet after crossing the 30-yard line at about the 31, maybe perhaps the 32, but much better job there by the Tomcats in corralling Hampton, not allowing him to get free.
Yeah, he didn't get to the edge that time and took it up the middle.
1st down and 10 for the Owls. This will be their first official possession of the second half. Maurice Hampton returned the second half kickoff, 83 yards to the house. And that gave the Owls their 39th point. George Howard added the extra point for the 40th point. Shy in the gun. Trips to the near side, gives to Kendall. Kendall tries the right side. He finds a little room. He gets across the 40 out near the first down mark at about the 42-yard line. And I believe the officials are going to even give him the 43, Coach, and move the chains.
Nice run. Good job blocking at the point of attack by the offensive line. I continue to be impressed with the work of the offensive line. They have gotten better and better since the beginning of the season.
Pickup of 11 for Kendall on 1st down. Gives Kendall his 90th yard of the evening. He's done a great job for the Owls running the football. Really, all the Owl running backs done a great job running the football, as the Owls will this time jump, as I believe Sam Nelson tried to get a head start there, Coach, but don't want to just give credit to the Owls running backs. As you've mentioned, the offensive line all night done a really nice job opening up some holes.
Yeah, they really have, and that's, from center Charlie Gilbert to the guards Bailey Kill and Devin Malone, the tackles Sam Nelson and Stephen Christenberry. Right now, we have a different tackle in for Christenberry. I believe that's Tamaz Young.
1st and 15 after the false start for the Owls. Ball spotted back at the 38-yard line. Shy in the gun, gives to Kendall. Kendall tries the right. He gets across the line of scrimmage back to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of about, we'll call it 3, as it looks like the linesman now coming in at about the 41. So it'll be 2nd down, we'll call it 13, Coach.
And that loss of 5 for movement of the offensive line, that changes the whole equation. It doesn't change the plays that you can call, but it just changes the whole equation. Now at 2nd down, you still have over 10 yards to make for another 1st down.
2nd down and 12. Shotgun formation, Shy back to pass. He fires. He's looking for one-on-one. It's Maurice Hampton. This ball's going to be caught, and nobody's going to catch Maurice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Owls. 59 yards
Wow.
Seller shy to Maurice Hampton.
Just a nice throw, and that's just a go route in the corner and the safety. They just kind of gave up on it, and Maurice kept running, and that was a no contest.
59 yards for the Owls results in 6 points, and they now lead at 46-21 with 7:48 remaining in the third quarter as George Howard comes on to add the extra point. Howard had a great night kicking thus far, perfect on extra points, and he's also got himself a 27-yard field goal as he looks to add his 6th extra point of the night. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. And just like that, it's 47-21. 7:48 remaining here, third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
With over 40 years of experience, Hank Hill, class of 1966, has you covered for any custom home or remodel. Building a new home is a process, one that requires honesty, integrity, and an attention to detail. That's what you can expect from a custom home by Hank Hill. If you're in the market for a new home, call Hank Hill at 901-870-3952. That's 901-870-3952. And as always, go Owls.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
Seller Shy has connected yet again with Maurice Hampton. This time it was 59 yards for the touchdown. Hampton's 2nd touchdown of the night. Both were over 50 yards.
Third, Coach.
Oh, you're
two catches plus his kickoff return.
Of course, I was talking about receptions, Coach.
Okay,
Come on.
Okay.
We all know special teams touchdowns don't count. Those are different.
Oh, yes, they do.
Those are real different. Vince Kane on to kick it off. He sends it high, and it's going to be caught at about the 12-yard line by Swift. Swift's got a nice hole. He breaks it across the 30, across the 35. Ball came loose, but even so, the Tomcats got back on it. I believe he was down, Coach. And let's see where they're going to spot it.
Well, if the official says he's down, he's down. And that's exactly what they said. It was close. He did let it go, but I think you're right. One of his knees had probably touched the ground.
Allen, a reserve defensive back for, Andrew Reed, recovered the fumble anyway, but nonetheless, I believe they were just going to say down by contact. The 1st and 10 for the Tomcats at the 39. The give is to Evans. Evans tries the right side. He cuts it back up the middle. He gets near the 45-yard line. So pick up about 6 there on first down, Coach.
And Haywood continuing to run their offense, and they're playing hard. They're coming off the ball. The young man at tailback running the ball well, quarterback throwing well, receivers running good routes, and then good yards after catch. I'm impressed that Haywood continuing to battle.
2nd down and 4 for Haywood from their own 45 as the clock now moves under 7 minutes. Back to pass is Hines. He's looking for a dig route. That pass is caught by Williamson at the MUS 45. That's a nice pickup of about 10, Coach, and that'll move the sticks.
Yeah, they ran a little curl and wheel route combo that time. Quarterback hit the curl route in the middle of the field.
Nice pickup of 10, moves the ball inside MUS territory. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Tomcats at the MUS 45. 2 receivers to the near side. Ball at the 45, almost in the dead center of the field. Hines stands in the gun. He's got Evans to his right. He gives to Evans. Evans tries the left side. He finds a little bit of room as he did a nice job of planting his foot in the ground and getting up the field. He gets out across the 40 down to almost the MUS 37. As Coach, it looked like there wasn't a ton of room, but then you look up and Evans has got 7 yards there on first down.
He covers ground in a hurry. He's got a really nice burst.
2nd down and 4 officially. Tomcats are trailing the Owls 47-21. The clock nears 6:05 and counting here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the near side. The give is to Evans. Evans tries the right side. He's got the first down and more as he gets across the 35 out near the 33-yard line. That's another pickup of about 6 on 2nd down, and that'll move the chains again.
I think it's impressive that coaches are giving Kyler Herring, freshman, an opportunity to get some playing time. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He's got really good feet. He's a bright young man, plays hard. They've taken him out this time. Looks like Tamaz Young now in the game at defensive end.
Ball spotted in between the 34 and the 33, so it'll officially be the 33-yard line. Hines in the gun. He fakes it this time to Evans, keeps it around the right side. He slips, but he's able to regain his feet enough to get across the 30 out near the 29-yard line, so that'll be a pickup of 5, as this is by far the Tomcats' best just overall drive of the night thus far, Coach.
Yeah, they're picking up yardage in chunks of 4, 5, 8 yards at a time. Needed an Owl defender to step up and make a big play here.
Ball at the 29, line to gain is the MUS 24. Clock ticks under 5 minutes in the third quarter. Hines is in the gun. He's back to pass. He fires on a quick little hitch route. That pass is dropped off the hands of Shields, and it falls incomplete. Really, Coach, the first non-successful play for the Tomcats thus far on the drive.
You're absolutely right. And I believe that ball was just thrown a little too hard. The ball went through the receiver's hands.
A little high, too. In fairness to Shields, it certainly was not Hines' best ball of the night. He's certainly thrown a couple of really, really gorgeous balls. That post pattern that he hit for 38 yards, the touchdown, was a really beautiful throw.
It certainly was.
That one was a little spinny off the hands. It'll be 3rd down and 5. And the Tomcats give to Evans. Evans is stacked up. He ran into his own man. Sharon Hines was the left tackle.
He did, but then Elliott Allen, his middle linebacker, stepped in and made a really nice, tough tackle right there to bring up a 4th down.
So Hines, who is a difficult man to avoid at 6'4", 315 pounds, kind of knocks Evans off his feet. And as Coach mentioned, Allen was able to finish him off. It'll be 4th down now, as the ball is spotted at about the 27-yard line of the Owls. Line to gain is the MUS 24. So let's call it 4th down and 3. Tomcats in the gun. 2 receivers to the far side. Play action pass. Hines is looking for a big-time throw. He fires an out route, and it's incomplete off the hands of Darian Williamson. And the Tomcats will turn it over.
And he was there. And really, that was a catchable ball. Pretty well delivered by the quarterback. The Haywood quarterback has had a very good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. In the first half, really kind of just keeping it all together himself, because not only was he returning interceptions down to deep inside the MUS red zone, he was also throwing passes. In the first half, he was 5 of 10 for 97 yards. He had the touchdown throw. He also added a 14-yard touchdown run as well. But nonetheless, Tomcats turn it over and give the Owls the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jonathan Whitehead in at tailback. The give is to him. He tries the right side, then cuts it back across the middle. He gets across the 30.
And that's that little counter play that the Owls run, where he starts one direction, he cuts it back, and Jonathan, again, showing great eyes as a running back to see where the holes are and to get upfield. That's a nice first down pickup.
Let's call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Owls. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 33, as the Owls would really love a nice long drive in which they are able to gain a lot of yardage on the ground and then really chew up that clock. It now ticks under 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the third quarter, as Sellers Shy fumbles the snap. Jonathan Whitehead just has to fall on it. He does so back at about the 31-yard line. So now the Owls, after looking at 2nd and medium, will now face 3rd and about 6 yards. As the ball again at the 31 line to gain is the MUS 37.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell exactly what the problem was there, whether Sellers tried to hand it off, whether Jonathan tried to take the ball. It was hard to tell.
Looked a little low, Coach, a little low and in, and I think I think Sellers was trying to get it to Jonathan, who was coming across the end, coming in hot, just unable to get the ball. 3rd and 6. Shy back to pass. Fires for Hayden. That pass is incomplete. It was a little bit low off the hands of Hayden, and now the Owls, for the first time this evening, will be forced to punt.
And Ben Skane will enter the game this time as the punter and not the kickoff man.
Skane will be on for the first time this evening to do the punting duties for the Owls. Skane stands with his heels at his own 19-yard line. Hines, the quarterback, back to receive the punt. He calls for a fair catch, bobbles it before falling on it back at the 28-yard line. So a nice job there by Ben Skane, as he has a 38-yard punt with no return.
And that's an effective punt if you have a net of 38.
So Ben Skane, thus far on the season, came into the night, 8 punts on the year, 36.9 yard average. He has a long of 49, 1 punt inside the 20 after a really successful sophomore campaign for the young man in his first year as the official punter for the Owls.
Well, in all fairness, he is coming off knee surgery, and he rehabbed for probably 9 months to get ready to be able to come back, and he's just now rounding into shape.
1st and 10 for the Tomcats. Hines gives to Evans. Evans tries the right side. He gets across the 30 out to about the 31-yard line, so it'll be a pickup there of about 3.
Charlie Street and Jack DeBove on the stop.
And it'll set up 2nd down and 7 for the Tomcats as they trail 47-21 to the Owls with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Clock is ticking. Owls yet again come out in that 4-man front that Coach has been referencing. 3 linebackers. They also have their safeties up at about 8 yards. Hines gives to Evans. This time they try the left side. Evans is knocked off his feet at about the 33-yard line, so we'll call it a pickup of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Street, Allen, and Hopkins on that stop. They're playing Charlie Street now at a linebacker position. He can play safety, can play outside linebacker. Right now he's playing linebacker.
Roderick Lewis also in the game. Coach, I don't even know. Can you call it safety if you're 7 yards deep?
Well, that's their position. Whether or not they're way back or not, that's a different animal.
3rd down pass is off the fingertips of Shields, and it falls incomplete. That would have been good enough for a 1st down, but the throw was just a little bit too far out in front of Shields, and yet again, the Tomcats will be forced to punt.
The move to a 4-man front probably necessitated by the fact that Matthew Rhodes came out of the game. And, again, pretty thin at the linebacker position. I hope that Matthew is okay. I have not seen him on the sideline.
Stanley on to punt. That punt was nearly blocked by Nelson, but it's going to be returned by Hampton, who takes the ball at his own 36-yard line, tries the left side. He doesn't have a lot of room. He's finally forced out of bounds at about the 36. It'll be no return on the punt. But the Owls, yet again, will have some decent field position as Andrew Reed forces Hampton out of bounds.
And I do see Matthew over on the sidelines. He's got a crutch under one arm. He and Dorian Hopkins standing there probably talking strategy and what I would do if I were out there, that kind of thing. And I know Matthew would much prefer to be playing than standing on the sideline in street clothes.
Only the one crutch, though, Coach, so fingers crossed that's precautionary.
Right.
1st and 10 for the Owls. Ball is at the 36-yard line. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Shy sends 2 receivers and an H-back to the near side. He gives to Hunter Kendall. Hunter Kendall is across the 30, across the 40. down near the 45-yard line. So that's close to a pickup of 8 there on first down. Really good run there, Coach.
Yes, and he's now gone over the century mark in terms of yardage for the game tonight through 3 quarters. A really, really good effort on the part of the junior running back.
The Owls are heading to the sidelines. The game clock reads 15 seconds. The play clock reads 28. So that will indeed be the final play of the third quarter. When we come back, MUS leads Haywood High 47-21. Fourth quarter action coming up next as we return in 60 seconds on ESPN 790.
Clarion Security. We guard educational, commercial, and municipal locations around the Memphis area and North Mississippi. We invest in our employees, innovate with the latest technology, respond to clients with tailored solutions, and we are the largest woman-owned business in the city. For the past 8 years, Clarion Security has provided security service for the Memphis University School campus. And owners Kim and Larry Heathcott are parents of MUS alumni Jack Heathcott. Clarion Security, proud to be a part of the MUS family.
At Presbyterian Day School, we know boys.
Number 11
In fact,
sitting there.
no one knows boys better. We know how to teach boys, reach them, and channel their energies in positive and productive ways. Give us a boy and we'll make him stronger, smarter, happier, and overall better. At PDS, we know boys. PDS is an elementary school for boys 2 years old through 6th grade. Find out more at pdsmemphis.org. That's pdsmemphis.org.
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
So the fourth quarter here for the Owls as they travel to Haywood High, Hooper Stadium here in Brownsville, Tennessee. The Owls have a 47-21 lead with second down and 2 as the Owls give to Hunter Kendall, who tries the right side. He's got the first down before getting knocked off his feet at about the 48-yard line. That'll move the chains as the Owls look to have a nice long drive, Coach, that I suspect would be preferred via the ground.
I tend to agree with Jeffrey. I think the coaches are just going to try to keep it on the ground, eat that clock up. If they score, they score. They may not take to the air unless they're in long yardage situation.
Not sure it's quite to the point where Sellers has to run the play clock down all the way to 5 seconds, but
no, but he's pretty good at that.
Selfishly, Coach, I wouldn't hate it if he did.
No.
11:20 remaining here, and actually, indeed, Sellers is going to wait till the play clock gets to 10 before getting the team set, and he does so now as he gives to Kendall. Kendall tries the right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage before falling forward. He gets across midfield. Out into
like another 4.
Yeah. It gets into
no 3.
Gets into Tomcat territory. Yeah, they should spot it about the 49-yard line. Actually, they might move it all the way back.
Yeah.
Officially gain it 2, but it looked like, I agree, Coach, from our vantage point, it looked like he fell at least to the 49-yard line. However, it could have been one of those situations where the knee goes down, the ball was not as far forward as his body lean looked. Sellers Shy working on that clock as the Owls are looking to go to 5-0. The Owls, regardless of the result, they'll have their highest point total of the year, 47 points thus far tonight, as they lead Haywood High 47-21. Whistles and flags stop the play. Let's see, did the Owls?
The Owls jumped. The offensive line immediately started walking backwards.
Never a good sign, Coach.
No, they know. They know when things have not gone the way they should. Now we're back into
second and super long.
Throw the ball territory, and we'll see what happens. Maurice is on the sidelines.
Gavin McKay, Scotty Burnett are the receivers to the near side. Jalen Holloman, Thomas Hayden to the far side of the field. Shy is back to pass. He's firing. He's looking for Gavin McKay. It's one-on-one. Gavin McKay comes down with it at the 20. He's wrestling his way down inside the 10-yard line. Outstanding play by the sophomore wide receiver.
Well, Gavin's 6'4", and he's a track athlete, decathlete. He can jump, he can run, and he just, again, makes an outstanding play. Sellers trusts his wide receivers to go after the ball and Sellers threw it up. Gavin made a nice catch, and then a nice effort to get that ball inside the 10-yard line.
47-yard throw and catch. Sellers shy to Gavin McKay. That, of course, is McKay's biggest play to date. Nice catch by the young man who went right over the defender, came down with that ball, and then had a really nice run after the catch, as Coach was mentioning. First down and goal for the Owls. Clock moves under 9 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Wide snap. Sellers shy, just going to try and get what he can out of it, and he's going to fire this one out of bounds over the head. Okay, it'll be incomplete, and that'll stop the clock with 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And again, the play started with a little bit awkward snap. The ball was low and to Sellers' right.
Second down and goal for the Owls. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. It's really a long 8, Coach. Long 8, short 9.
Right.
Whistles have momentarily stopped the play. There seems to be maybe confusion of what hash the ball's on, perhaps?
Yeah, the ball had been moved back, and the near official moved it up to where it should have been, about the 8-yard line.
Ball set for play, second down and goal. Flags and whistles stop the play. I don't think any of the Owls jumped, Coach.
No, we got an offside against Haywood.
So that'll be a free 4 yards. It'll be half the distance to the goal, and that now makes it second down and goal from about the 4.
And I think it's probably handed to Hunter time right here.
The Owls trying to crack the 50-point mark for the first time this season. They lead Haywood High 47-21 as the clock is now at 9:20 as it has been stopped following an incompletion and a penalty. As Coach mentioned, here is the give to Kendall. Kendall tries the right side. He has a walk-in touchdown, and the Owls have 6 more points.
Nice job blocking by the guys up front. This has been a very good outing by the offensive line. Coach Eggers, I know, will be extremely pleased when he sees the tape on this.
George Howard comes on to add the extra point as the Owls are looking to add their 54th point of the night to the scoreboard. Shy calls for the snap. He puts the ball on the tee. George Howard puts foot to leather and sends the kick up and through, and it's 54-21. 9:15 remaining in the contest. Back in 30 seconds on ESPN 790.
Cushman & Wakefield Commercial Advisors is the local market leader in commercial real estate advisory services. For more than 20 years, our professionals have been dedicated to providing first-class strategic advisory services in office, industrial, land, and retail real estate. Our areas of expertise include brokerage, leasing, disposition, property management, and more. Cushman & Wakefield Commercial Advisors proudly supports MUS Owls football. For more information, visit COMMADV.com. Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
Hunter Kendall takes it in from 4 yards out. George Howard adds the extra point, and the Owls now lead at 54-21 over the Haywood High Tomcats. As Coach mentioned, probably been the most dominating performance for the Owl offensive line that we've seen thus far this season. Good combination of both great offensive line play. There's been a lot of holes, and the running backs have done a good job hitting them. Ben Skane sends a high hanger that's caught by Swift at the 50. Going to try to reverse his field, but he is hit almost immediately by Reagan Griffin as he's knocked down at about the 22-yard line. Great job there by Griffin.
And Reagan has been downfield first on almost every kickoff. And that time he kind of measured things. He motored it down ever so slightly, and his timing was excellent. Great tackle. Good play by Reagan Griffin.
9:10 to go in the contest. The Owls looking to move to 5-0 on the season. Of course, the Owls will take on St. Benedict. First game in division play for the Owls next week. And, of course, you can hear it right here on ESPN 790.
And that'll be homecoming for the Owls.
First and 10 for the Tomcats. They put the ball At the 22, the give is to Evans. Evans tries to stretch play off the left side. He's got a lot of room as he's across the 40 before getting knocked off his feet by Devontae Nelson at about the 44-yard line. Pickup of about 23 there on first down.
And if they get the edge, that young man can go. He covers ground in a hurry.
Owls have done a nice job on Evans thus far. His longest run prior to that was 11 yards, but that one was a big pickup at 23. And he's got the Tomcats on the move again, as this time the clock works inside of 9 minutes. It's down to 8:44 in counting. As Hines comes out in the gun. He gives to Evans. This time Evans tries the right side. He's got another nice hole. He runs over a defender, has a first down and more before Dakari Scott knocks him off his feet at the MUS 44. So nice pickup there as the Tomcat running backs finally found a little rhythm here.
They have, and it looked like some tired defenders on the part of MUS. They're not getting off blocks the way they did earlier in the game.
Alex Evans, the sophomore running back, picks up about 35 yards and 2 carries. And he's got his Tomcat teammates set up inside the MUS 45. This time they run the power play to the near side. Yet again, another nice gain as Evans gets down to about the 38-yard line of MUS. Call it a gain of 6 there. Clock moves under 7:45 as the Tomcats are trying to cut into the lead. The Owls done a nice job putting up 54 points tonight. Hines in the gun. Play action pass. He's looking to the left side. He's got Shields. Shields makes a man miss. However, a nice job there by Roderick Lewis to probably save a touchdown as Shields had spun out of the tackle there by Devontae Nelson.
It's good to see Roderick in there getting play time and playing well. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Roderick.
Nice little curl route there.
Their receivers, once they get the ball in their hands, if they've got a cushion, they've got significant quickness and speed, and it's really tough on those defensive backs to try to come up and make a stop.
Put the ball at the 25-yard line. Call it 1st and 10. Tomcats come out in the gun. Back to pass is Hines. He's firing on an out route. This pass is caught by Williamson. It was over 2 defenders. Dakari Scott, I thought, Coach, had a chance to jump it and house it the other way. But give credit to Hines. He threw it with just enough height. It got over Dakari Scott's head. And Williamson grabs it, and he picks up 12 yards for a first down, and Scott is down on the ground. I'm crossing my fingers that, Coach, that's a cramp.
Yeah, I can't tell.
The way he's reacting, I'm fingers crossed that it's a cramp, but we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds if we can get any word. Oh, no, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here. Dakari Scott pops right up. Not exactly sure what it is, Coach, but if speculation were our job, it's either a cramp or, Coach, it's a I don't know if you saw the viral video, Coach, but the mascot for the Colorado Buffaloes was firing off the T-shirt cannon over the weekend, and let's just say, Coach, the cannon fired off. It did not shoot out a T-shirt, and the mascot went straight down to the ground.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yep. Highly recommend it, though, if you're into that sort of thing. It was laugh out loud funny, as my 12-year-old humor shows itself. 1st and 10 for the Tomcats. Ball at the 13. The give is to Evans. Evans got a nice hole. He gets across the 10 out to about the 7-yard line. He picks up 5 there on first down. As you can tell, Coach, the Owl defense, which was on the field for twice the amount of time as the Owl offense during the first half, it's been a hot, humid night here in Brownsville, and you can tell, Coach, the Owl defense is feeling it.
They are, and these are a bunch of younger guys that are getting an opportunity to play, which I think is great. But they're getting pushed around a little bit right now.
Hines fakes to Evans. He makes a man miss, sidesteps another, and walks right into the end zone from 8 yards out. And that's a Tomcat touchdown. And that makes it 54-27. Shout out to the electric clock operator who is keeping it rolling. Don't need anyone to catch that.
No. Let it roll.
Let it roll, and it is rolling, baby. And I do not hate to see that. Low snap on the extra point. Sanderlin does a nice job, though. Also, credit to Andrew Stanley, the punter and backup quarterback, who did a really nice job getting that ball on the tee. Sanderlin puts it up and through. And now it's 54-28 with 5:19 remaining, with a major shout out to the electric clock operator.
Keep it going, baby.
Keep it going. Coach, we got a
long ride home.
Got a long ride home. I hosted 10 shows this week. Your boy's tired.
Looks like we're going to have a fairly wet weekend, but so far the weather has really held off tonight up here, which I'm thankful for. Really was a good night for high school football.
Great night for high school football, and a great night for the Owls, as they now are 5 minutes and 19 seconds away from moving to 5-0. Sanderlin has the ball teed up. Holloman and Hampton. We got Holloman and who else, Coach?
I think that may be Roderick Lewis back there. I can't tell, but I think it is.
Let's see. The kick is caught. I think Coach is right. That is Lewis. Lewis takes it at about the 15. He busts his way through. He didn't waste a whole lot of energy, Coach. He went straight up the field.
No, that's a good return.
He gets the ball up all the way to the 39, and Coach is indeed right. Roderick Lewis, the 5'11", 161-pound sophomore. I was hoping that I was wrong, Coach, when I said Hampton was deep.
No, Maurice is done for the night.
I was certainly hoping so, because we got some important ones coming up.
But Roderick is a talented young man and a good player, and I'm glad to see Roderick get the experience tonight, both in the secondary and returning kickoffs.
Vaught Binge, the junior, now comes in at the quarterback position. Jonathan Whitehead stands to his immediate left. Two receivers to each side. The give is to Whitehead. Whitehead's got a little bit of room. Nice spin move. Makes a man miss. Gets across the 45 out the 46-yard line. Pickup of about 6.5 there on first.
Yeah, nice run. I tell you, Whitehead, I saw him today in the foyer. He was studying, and I went by and said, Jonathan, you had 2 outstanding games. I'd like to see a third, and I think I'll be able to talk to him next week and compliment him on an extremely good job running the football. Matter of fact, all the running backs have done a great job.
Coach, I hesitate to speak without 100% certainty, but I think that's the best spin move we've seen all year.
Well, it's certainly a spin move, and it was effective. He gained 3 or 4 yards after he did that.
Whitehead tries the right side. He picks up a first down as he gets across midfield, down inside Tomcat territory to about the 44-yard line.
Quick feet. Jonathan showing good eyes, good patience as he hits the hole, and then quick feet.
Nice job by the senior running back, picking up a first down, and he's got the Owls yet again set up inside of Tomcat territory. The clock officially ticks now under 4 minutes to play. The Owls going to move to 5-0 as they lead 54-28 here in Brownsville, Tennessee, as they are going to knock off the Haywood High Tomcats. Ben's doing a nice job of letting the clock roll down. Play clock is at about 10 seconds now as the game clock shows 3:33 on the board. Benj finally gets his team set, and he snaps it with 3 on the play clock, gives to Whitehead. Whitehead's got a lot of room on the right side. He gets a first down and more as he crosses the 30-yard line for finally getting knocked down at about the 27 Really nice run there by Jonathan Whitehead. Let's give him a gain of 19 on the play, Coach.
I tell you, I like this group of running backs for the Owls. Hunter Kendall had a great night tonight. While John didn't get to run the ball that much, I thought John Pack was effective when he was in there. And now Jonathan Whitehead. I really like this triumvirate of running back.
Coach, what do you think it says that we're going to game 5 and it's a new offensive blocking scheme for the running backs? And anytime you have a new blocking scheme, there's of course a little adjustment period, but perhaps we're starting to see the makings of what the Owls think they can be on the ground game.
I think you're absolutely right. I think the offensive line has gained confidence. I think the running backs have now picked up where the holes are going to be and how hard they're going to have to run and what they need to look for. And I'm excited to see that we're moving the ball on the ground like this.
Whitehead tries the right side this time. He's got another nice hole. He gains 7 yards. He gets the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line of Haywood High. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as the Owls now are 2 minutes and 13 seconds away from moving to 5-0.
Boss doing a nice job of letting that play clock roll down and keeping the game clock rolling.
Owls probably 1 first down away from being able to just take a knee and kill the clock. As Binge gives to Whitehead. Whitehead tries the right, now cuts it back across the middle. Let's see if he has enough for the first down.
It's going to be close.
He's right at the line to gain. The near side official thinks he has it. The far side official, who's the one closest to the chain, not quite as certain. It's called a good faith effort. Yep, they're going to move it down, and that should probably do it, as the Owls can now just take a couple of knees and head on back to Memphis with another victory. First down and 10. Let's see if Vaught, does he go under center? Nope, Owls might run another play. Play clock is at 18. Game clock reads 1:20. As Binge now gets his unit set. Calls for the snap and gives to Whitehead. Whitehead tries the right, little counter play. He's hit at about the 20, might lose a yard on the play. And let's see if the official is going to chop in the play clock. I think we might have, Coach, officially had a gentleman's agreement there with the head official. And he's not even going to start the play clock.
Well, it's rolling down to...
So the Owls will have to snap it one final time, as the game clock is now at 35 seconds. This will be the final play. Thomas Hayden dots the I, and I think the Owls are going to go into the victory formation. They are going to snap it. Vaught did try to go under center last game, and not his strong suit. Gets the snap, takes a knee, and that'll do it. So the Owls come all the way to Brownsville, Tennessee, and they are now officially 5-0 on this 2018 season, as now the clock reads 000, and the Owls knock off the Tomcats 54-28. We'll be back in 3 minutes to wrap this thing up. Final score again from Brownsville. The Owls move to 5-0, and they defeat the Haywood High Tomcats 54-28. Back in 3 minutes, you'll listen to MUS Owls football on ESPN 790.
Attend a local Ducks Unlimited event. A good time for a great cause with people just like you.
The MUS Owls have the best Ducks Unlimited high school chapter in the nation. In 2017, they won their 2nd straight national DU varsity championship for their fundraising efforts. Thanks to all of our student volunteers and supporters for bringing another title to MUS. Help us defend our championship by joining us at our annual banquet this coming spring. Go Owls and go Ducks Unlimited.
Boyle Investment Company has provided excellence in real estate since 1933, including office, retail, industrial, mixed use, and residential projects throughout the greater Memphis and Nashville areas. Boyle is proud to have 8 MUS alumni on our team, including Henry Morgan, Paul Boyle, Rusty Bloodworth, Mark Halperin, Kerry Whitehead, Joel Fulmer, Tom Hutton, and David Rubin. Call them today at 767-0100 to help with any of your real estate needs, or you can visit us on the web at www.boyle.com.
If you think banking should be personalized, pleasant, and productive, we agree. That's why we invite you to bank at Commercial Bank and Trust. We work hard to make banking one of your most productive relationships. With no teller lines and great customer service, Commercial Bank offers a banking experience you'll appreciate. We are highly experienced in lending, private banking, and trust services. Yet it's our responsiveness and personalization that our customers find refreshing and appealing. We invite you to stop by or visit us at commercialbankandtrust.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
G.A. Robinson Land Company is a full-service brokerage, management, and investment firm specializing in investment-grade farmland and fine recreational properties. We offer a wide range of real estate services related to farmland, timber plantations, and hunting properties in the Mid-South. Founded in Memphis in 1950, G.A. Robinson Land Company is licensed in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Co-owned by Burt Robinson III, class of 68, and Burt Robinson IV, class of 90, proud grandfather and father of Mac, class of 18, and Collins, class of 20, G.A. Robinson Land Company is a proud sponsor of MUS. Go Owls!
Reliant Investment Management is an independent, locally owned and operated investment advisory firm that provides customized portfolio management tailored to the need and situation of each unique client. Whether planning for stability in retirement or managing your estate for future generations, Reliant has the expertise and ability to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit our website at ReliantLLC.com or give us a call at 901-843-0600 to learn more. Reliant Investment Management, reliable portfolio management for your financial success.
Running a business is tough enough. Dealing with suppliers, hiring staff, attracting new business, paying taxes. The last thing you need to worry about is insurance. That's why smart business people use Kim & Wilson Insurance Group, where someone with the experience and knowledge can advise you about your unique needs. When it comes to insurance, let us do the heavy lifting. Give us a call at 346-8808 to schedule a consultation. That's 346-8808. This is Gene Douglas, MUS class of 2002. Go Owls!
Now back to Memphis University School Owls football on ESPN 790 AM.
And welcome you back to Hooper Stadium here in Haywood, I should say in Brownsville, Tennessee, where the Owls have knocked off Haywood High 54-28. Coach has some awards. We'll try to give you some final numbers. Spirit of full disclosure, we're on the road. Coach got the bus to catch, and this might be an abbreviated postgame.
Well, the Mercury players of the game for last week against South Panola, 3 players were signaled by the coaches. Seller Shy, who just had a phenomenal game statistically. Dorian Hopkins he was a beast defensively.
All over the field, Coach.
And Maurice Hampton. Those 3, congratulations to them, are Mercury players of the game. The Mercury Buzzard player of the week this week, McLean Meeks, recognized by the coaching staff for his work during practice this week. And as always, we want to thank Earl Blankenship for his sponsorship of these players' awards.
The Owls move to 5-0. They will take on St. Benedict next week at homecoming. Coach, you mentioned it towards the end of the game. Is the biggest positive tonight for you that the Owls were able to finally really dominate on the ground?
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest takeaway. That and the fact that we had explosive offensive plays. I mean, a lot of explosive offensive plays. I'm very impressed with what the team has done offensively. I think they are finding an identity that they can really hang their hat on for the rest of the season. Again, we had a couple of injuries, and I hope they're not serious because we're going to need those players. We do look forward to having Marcus Henderson back, we think, next week, and we look forward to Marcus's return.
Again, final score here as we take a look at the final numbers here. Again, the Owls got things going. Jalen Holloman, a 1-yard touchdown pass from Sellers Shy. Maurice Hampton added a 78-yard touchdown grab from Sellers Shy. Hunter Kendall added a 12-yard touchdown run on the ground. Jonathan Whitehead added an 8-yard touchdown run for himself. George Howard got a nice little 27-yard field goal. Good night for George Howard. Maurice Hampton, the 82-yard kickoff return officially. This is why Dax is the best in the business. My eyes told me 83. No. Dax said 82, and that's exactly what it is. An 82-yard touchdown return of the kickoff for Maurice Hampton. He then added a 59-yard grab from Sellers Shy, finding the end zone. Hunter Kendall added a 4-yard touchdown run. Those are the offensive scoring numbers for the Owls. 21 first downs for the Owls, 12 on the ground, 9 through the air. When it's all said and done, the Owls ran it for 196 yards on 31 attempts, 6.3 yards per attempt. For the Owls, 3 touchdowns on the ground. 276 yards through the air for the Owls, 16.2 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. When it was all said and done, the Owls had 472 yards of total offense on 48 plays, 9.8 yards per play. The Owls held Haywood County, or I should say, I beg your pardon, held the Haywood High Tomcats to 329 on 56 plays, 5.9 yards per play. 5 penalties for the Owls, 55 yards. 6 penalties for the Tomcats for 38 yards. 1 punt for Ben Skane. It was 41 yards, no return. The Owls had 6 kickoff returns, a 28.8 yard average, the 1 touchdown. Time of possession, the Owls really did a nice job in the second half. They held the ball for 13 minutes. They closed that time possession gap to 26-16 to 21-36. So the Owls still finished behind the Tomcats in time of possession. But more importantly, the Owls, 5 of 6 in red zone chances, 4 of 6 for touchdowns, 1 of 6 in a field goal. The other, of course, resulted in the turnover. The Owls, 3 sacks for 22 yards. Individually for the Owls, Hunter Kendall, 100-yard rushing night, 17 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.5 yards per attempt, 25 yards was his long. Jonathan Whitehead, 11 carries, 84 yards, 18 yards was his long. He had a touchdown as well, 7.6 yards per carry. John Pack, 1 carry for 8 yards. Sellers Shy, 11 of 17 for 276, 3 touchdowns. An interception, he had a long of 78. Maurice Hampton, 5 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Holloman, 3 catches for 29 yards and a score. Ben Skane, as mentioned, the 1 punt, 41 yards. Maurice Hampton, 3 punt returns for 35 yards. He had 4 kickoff returns, the long of 82, and a touchdown. Just unbelievable night, Coach. Do you tell me if this is good? Is 364 all-purpose yards good?
That's pretty good. That's good for a team to have, much less as an individual.
Just an unbelievable night for Maurice Hampton. Again, the Owls moved to 5-0, Coach. Overall,
no better. You can't do better than that. And I think if Coach Austin had been told they'd be 5-0 at this point, I think he would just have been ecstatic when the season was beginning. And now
I think he would have asked how much does that cost him.
Probably, but yeah, I'm really proud of the effort that the guys have played with. They're showing great effort of both sides of the ball, and this is a fun team to watch.
The game took 2 hours and 36 minutes to play. When it was all said and done, the Owls now have an 11-6 advantage in the series. Final score again, the MUS Owls defeat the Haywood Tomcats 54-28. We'll see you again next week. Homecoming for the Owls. The Owls will take on St. Benedict at Stokes Stadium. 6 o'clock, I beg your pardon, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:45 airtime right here on ESPN 790. For Shelby back in the studio, for Coach Ray here at the stadium with me, this is Jeffrey Wright saying good night and go Owls.
City football on ESPN